We often think of destruction in terms of our most modern weaponry, of mushroom clouds and the chilling threat of annihilation. But the human capacity for invention, for crafting ingenious tools of destruction, stretches far back into the mists of time. From siege engines to slingshots, war-shaped invention long before peace ever did. Join me now as we journey back in time to uncover the secrets behind the ancient world's deadliest inventions. Picture a battlefield, chaotic and deafening. A low hum resonates, sending shivers down the spines of seasoned soldiers. That, my friends, is the sound of the ballista, a mechanical marvel that brought a new meaning to fear on the ancient battlefield. Imagine a crossbow, but instead of wielding it in your hand, it's the size of a small wagon. The ballista was a testament to engineering brilliance, capable of launching massive projectiles with an accuracy that would seem impossible even today. The Roman legions, masters of conquest, used the ballista to devastating effect, their enemies often routed before they even clashed swords. The ballista wasn't just a weapon, it was a symbol of ingenuity, of military might, and of the human capacity for both creation and destruction. The waves crash against the hulls of warships, the salty air thick with tension. Amidst the arrows and volleys of stones, a new horror emerges: Greek fire. Greek fire wasn't just fire, it was liquid terror, a substance that burned with an intensity that defied logic, clinging to anything it touched. Ships engulfed in flames that couldn't be extinguished, transformed into blazing infernos. The Byzantine Empire, masters of the Eastern Mediterranean, held on to this secret weapon tightly, ensuring their dominance at sea. Its very existence struck fear into the hearts of their enemies. For who could stand against a weapon that seemed to defy the laws of nature itself? The formula for Greek fire, lost to time, remains one of history's most intriguing mysteries. The earth trembles, a thunderous roar echoing across the plains. It's not a natural disaster, but a force even more terrifying: the charge of the scythed chariots. Imagine a chariot, already a formidable weapon of war, and now picture it armed with razor-sharp blades extending from its axles. Horses, whipped into a frenzy, pulled these chariots through enemy ranks, the whirling blades reaping a gruesome harvest. The Persians, masters of cavalry warfare, utilized these chariots with brutal efficiency. Their enemies scattered before them like chaff in the wind. But the scythed chariot wasn't just a weapon of terror, it was a marvel of engineering. The blades, carefully positioned for maximum damage, had to be strong enough to withstand the impact, yet sharp enough to slice through flesh and bone. The legacy of the scythed chariot lives on in our collective memory, a symbol of the brutality of ancient warfare. Walls, once symbols of impenetrable strength, crumbled under the might of the onager, a siege weapon that embodied brute force and ingenious design. Imagine a catapult, but instead of launching delicate projectiles, it hurled massive stones or incendiary devices with terrifying force. The onager, named for the wild ass due to its powerful kick, was a testament to the ingenuity of ancient engineers. The thunderous crash of a stone against a wall, the sickening crunch of masonry giving way, signalled the beginning of the end for those sheltering within. The Romans, masters of siege warfare, utilized the onager to devastating effect, their legions pouring through breaches created by these mighty machines. Cities, once considered impregnable, fell before the relentless assault of the onager, their defences reduced to rubble. On the battlefields of antiquity, a new kind of army emerged, one that moved with the precision and discipline of a single organism. At the heart of this force was the sarissa, a spear so long, so imposing that it became a symbol of Macedonian might. The sarissa transformed infantrymen into a bristling wall of steel, their ranks impenetrable, their reach unmatched. The Macedonian phalanx, wielding the sarissa, became a force of nature, sweeping aside armies with a disciplined fury that terrified even the most seasoned veterans. Alexander the Great, the boy conqueror who carved out an empire that spanned continents, owed much of his success to the sarissa. It embodied the innovative spirit of the Macedonians, their ability to transform warfare through tactical brilliance and technological advancement. Imagine the heart of a Roman legionary, forged in constant warfare. In his hand, the gladius, a weapon as iconic as the empire. The gladius was a tool of brutal efficiency designed to kill at close range. Roman legionaries trained relentlessly, becoming extensions of the weapon. They used their training, shields, and the gladius to dismantle enemies. The gladius symbolized Roman pragmatism, their ability to conquer. It represented the discipline and lethality of the Roman legions. The waves churn, two warships locked in a deadly embrace. At the heart of this struggle is a Roman invention that transformed naval warfare, the corvus. Imagine a boarding ramp, a massive, spiked platform dropped from the mast of a Roman warship onto the deck of its enemy. This was the corvus, a weapon as ingenious as it was brutal, turning a naval encounter into a land battle in an instant. Recognizing their lack of naval experience, they devised the corvus, transforming their ships into mobile platforms for boarding parties. The thunderous crash of the corvus as it slammed onto the enemy deck, the screams of surprised sailors, signaled the start of a brutal melee. Though ultimately abandoned due to its effect on a ship's stability, the corvus played a pivotal role in the Punic Wars, allowing Rome to challenge and eventually crush the naval might of Carthage. It was a testament to their adaptability, their ingenuity, and their unwavering will to conquer. In the hands of an expert, the repeating crossbow known as the Chukonu was more than just a weapon. It was an orchestra of destruction, its rapid fire a symphony of death that could decimate enemy ranks. This ingenious weapon, originating in ancient China, used a simple yet effective mechanism to fire a series of bolts in rapid succession. While its range might have been limited compared to traditional bows, its rapid-fire capability was devastating, especially against massed infantry. The Chukonu wasn't about precision, it was about volume of fire. During the Han Dynasty, the repeating crossbow proved its worth, helping to repel invaders and solidify Chinese dominance. It represented a significant leap forward in weapon technology, showcasing the innovative spirit of ancient Chinese engineers. Walls, no matter how high or how thick, could not stand forever against the relentless advance of the siege tower, a mobile behemoth that brought the battle to the enemy's doorstep. Imagine a fortress on wheels, a wooden skyscraper rolling slowly but inexorably towards your walls, its shadow a harbinger of doom. These towering structures, often multi-tiered and covered in hides to protect against fire, served as both shield and battering ram. Archers stationed on the upper levels rained down arrows while soldiers within prepared to storm the walls, bringing the fight to the enemy. From the Assyrians to the Romans, the siege tower played a pivotal role in countless sieges, allowing attackers to overcome even the most formidable defenses. It embodied the resourcefulness of ancient armies, their ability to adapt and overcome any challenge in their path to victory. Stone and iron met with a thunderous roar as the trebuchet, the king of siege engines, unleashed its fury upon the walls of castles and cities. Unlike its predecessor, the onager, which relied on torsion power, the trebuchet harnessed the force of gravity. A massive counterweight, often exceeding 10 tons, was winched into the air, its potential energy a coiled spring waiting to be unleashed. The sight of a trebuchet launching a projectile, whether a massive stone or a flaming carcass, was a spectacle both terrifying and mesmerizing. From the battlefields of Europe to the walls of Constantinople, the trebuchet played a decisive role in shaping history. It was a weapon that redefined siege warfare, demonstrating the power of both ingenuity and brute force in achieving victory. From the dust and echoes of these ancient battlefields, we glimpse not only the destructive capacity of humanity, but also its boundless ingenuity. These weapons, forged in the crucible of conflict, weren't simply tools of destruction. They were testaments to the human drive to innovate, to overcome, to dominate. The legacy of these ancient weapons extends far beyond the battlefields upon which they were deployed. They serve as a stark reminder that the human capacity for both creation and destruction are two sides of the same coin, forever intertwined in the complex narrative of our species.